Why do you say that consent doesn't exist in marriage?
Because when you say I do, you are committing to a lifetime of sex.
You're quite wrong, Savannah Stone. Unfortunately for you, when you say I do in a marriage vow, you consent for a lifelong union with your husband. However, intimate situations like that does not count, as consent should always exist for those situations, no matter if it's a Christian marriage or not. So do not say things like that, Savannah Stone, because you're quite wrong, and that can be very problematic, especially because of your audience. Hello everyone, Enrico here, and today we're going to talk about Savannah Stone, a woman that I disagree with many aspects and agree with others. However, I'm not here to talk about those disagreements that I have. I'm here to talk about her claims of being a good, faithful Christian, a lover of Jesus Christ, and a member of the church. Such things are very honorable. However, as a person who has studied the Bible for around a year, it became quite obvious to me that she has little to no knowledge about Christianity at all, and she mistakes many things that are not in the Bible, or she assumes that is in the Bible, which are not in the Bible. So before I begin, I request you, I'm a very small YouTuber, and your support matters a lot to me. Please make sure to share those videos if you know somebody that watches Savannah Stone, as her content is mostly for young Christian women, which can become very dangerous because she's speaking lies about Christianity. So please share this video. So, let's dive in.
What do you think about homosexuality?
It is a sin, like factually.
It is a sin.
It's not natural.
But what if they're not hurting anybody?
They are.
How?
I mean, people don't contribute anything to society at all. Like, you can't create children. And it's actually, if they do decide to get married, quote unquote, like sign a contract, it's not a marriage either. By definition, it's not marriage.
But what if they're helping people? What if they're making a lot of money? What if they're donating to charities? What if they're adopting children?
It's gay.
It's gay. What is she talking about? Homosexuality on its own, it's not a sin. Being attracted to the same gender, it's not a sin on the Bible. That says nowhere in the Bible. What becomes a sin is when you take that to the next level and you start an intimate relation with the same gender. Now that becomes a sin, that's what the Bible says. Now, what is a factual sin, I must ask? If you mean by the Ten Commandments, not being a homosexual is not there, it's not one of the Ten Commandments. And I'm just gonna take aside the fact that she said that many gay people don't contribute to society because they can't produce children or whatever. That is a lie. Many gay people contribute to society every day, and there's a lot of women that can conceive and they can produce children. Are they also sinners? And homosexuality, bisexuality has been studied on nature everywhere. Hundreds, if not thousands of species have been studied and have demonstrated homosexual behavior, so it is natural on planet Earth at least.
Maybe not in planet Savannah Stone.
Forbidden fruit is the media. You notice how there's literally an apple with a bite taken out of it on your phone? It's not a coincidence. Eve represents us as women of the West who look at the fruit, the media, and just cannot resist it. And Adam represents the weak Western man who says, happy wife, happy life, and does whatever she says instead of what God says. We have completely reversed God's design. Instead, what society should look like is this. God is above everything. The man listens directly to God. The woman listens to her husband because he follows God. And the woman is stomping on the head of the serpent.
Savannah is so wrong here that I'm gonna have to name 3 examples to defeat her argument. So, what I understood from her argument was that God speaks directly to the husband, so the husband can speak to the wife. That is completely wrong. Completely wrong. I'm gonna name 3 examples, although there's hundreds of examples of God speaking to women directly. First of all, when Jesus, who is God, defeated death and rose back to life, the first person he appeared to and talked was Mary Magdalene, a woman. Second, before Mary conceived Jesus, God sent his angel, Gabriel, one of his greatest servants and holiest servants, to not speak directly to Joseph, but speak directly to Mary. Third, Esther, one of my favorite books and characters in the Bible from the Old Testament, did not speak directly to God. God did not speak directly to her. However, God has so much trust on her that he didn't really need to speak to her and simply just guided her. So, Savannah is completely wrong here, and she has to watch out that mouth because what she's saying is completely wrong and leading many Christian women astray.
I don't think a pedophile can ask for forgiveness and go to heaven. I just think when you harm the children of God, you are directly disrespecting God. But if we think of things like, I don't know, the everyday mistakes that you make, then yeah, there is grace there, of course. And I think
Her message is wrong. It is disgusting, disturbing, and just wrong. No matter how filthy, vile, and nasty your sin is, no matter how filthy of a person you were, if you're truly sorry, God will forgive you. That is the point of Christianity. That is why Jesus came to earth. He will forgive you no matter what. If you're truly sorry, He will forgive you. In fact, there's a person in the ancient world named Saul. He persecuted dozens of Christians and allowed for their executions. Dozens of Christians feared him. Many Christians ran away from him. In fact, when he was in a road to a city to kill more Christians, Jesus appeared to him and Saul and asked for forgiveness and realized that Jesus was God. And Saul became Paul, one of the greatest prophets to ever spread Christianity. He spread Christianity to Rome. He spread Christianity to the end of the world, which was what Christianity was going to go. Paul is one of the many examples of no matter how nasty, disgusting your sin is, if you're truly sorry, and if you truly believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the God, and the face of truth, the light, you have forgiveness. If you made it all the way through, thank you so much. It takes a long time to make those videos. It takes an even longer time to edit them, so your support really matters. This channel is slowly but surely increasing and gaining more popularity. However, I'm still a very small channel. So if you really like this video and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit that notification button and please share. And what's your opinions on Savannah Stone? Do you like her? Do you respect her? Do you despise her? I know many women does. Please make sure to comment down below. I will definitely be reading that comment. Please also make sure to like that video so more people can watch it and we can spread it more and keep aware for young Christian women who end up watching this video that Savannah Stone is not the best influencer on Christianity and they should find a better role model.